Everybody has got notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will start with phrases because this is grammar and syntax class. So already 62 people have joined, and those who are coming, they can join us as the class is going on. So I'm going to share screen with you. I hope everybody is on page number 31 now. So we actually talked about phrases, and phrases are the constituent structures. They help us to build sentences. So this is what we are talking about here. And when we move on, after the definition of phrases, we come across cleft sentences. The cleft construction, which places an emphasized or focused element in the exposition in the pattern. It was, X means noun, for example, it is Ali or it was Ali, that can provide us with simple evidence for the existence of phrasal units. For instance, think about how many different cleft sentences we can make from 46. So 46 is an example sentence here. The policeman met several young students in the park last night. So from every constituents are noun phrases, verb phrases, adjective phrases. Okay, from every constituent we can make a new sentence. The policeman, first of all we have got noun phrase, the policeman. So with no difficulty we can cleft almost all the constituents we can get from the above sentence. So we can say it was the policeman. From the policeman we have made cleft sentence. It was the policeman that met several young students in the park last night. So now we have next constituent, several young students. So another sentence will be, it was several young students that the policeman met in the park last night. Then we have preposition phrase in the park. So it was in the park that the policeman met several students last night. And then we have got another constituent, last night. So we can make a sentence, it was last night that the policeman met several young students in the park. So from one sentence, we have made 4 new sentences. And all of them are called constituent sentences, cleft sentences. And these cleft sentences are made with the help of constituents. And these constituents help to build a sentence. So we move forward. However, we cannot cleft sequences that not form constituents. So we cannot have a sentence like it was the policeman met, it was several young students in, it was in the park last night. So this is how we cannot make a cleft sentence. In order to create a cleft sentence which is focused and emphasized, it should have a constituent which is coming after it is or it was, and then there is that. So in order to understand that something is a constituent, a test is designed. So that test is called constituent questions and standalone test. Further support for the existence of phrasal categories can be found in the answers to constituent questions, which involve a WH word such as who, where, when, how. For any given WH question, the answer can either be a full sentence or a fragment. This standalone fragment is a constituent. Where did the policeman meet several young students? In the park. So it means that in the park is a constituent because it is answering the question where. Whom did the policeman meet in the park? Several young students. So several young students is a constituent. The kind of test can be of use in determining constituents. We will illustrate with examples. 51. John put old books in the box. John put old books in the box. Are either old books in the box or put old books in the box a constituent? Are there smaller constituents? WH question test can provide some answers. What did you put in your box? Old books. So old book is a constituent, but old books in the box is not a constituent. That's a larger fragment. Where did you put the books? In the box. You can't say old books in the box. What did you do? You can say put old books in the box. You can't say put old books or put in the box. So WH question test help us to understand about the constituency. Overall, the tests here will show that old books and in the box are constituents, and that put old books in the box is also a larger constituent. The test is also sensitive to the difference between particles and prepositions. Consider the similar looking examples in 55, including looked and up. John looked up the inside of the chimney. John looked up the meaning of Jansen. The examples differ, however, as to whether up forms a constituent with the following material or not. We can again apply the WH question test. What did he look up? The inside of the chimney. What did he look up? The meaning of Jansen. Where did he look? Up the inside of the chimney, but not up the meaning of Jansen. Up, what did he look? The inside of the chimney, but not the meaning of Jansen. What the contrasts here show is that up forms a constituent with the inside of the chimney in 55A, whereas it does not with the meaning of Jansen in 55B. Is this clear? G, do you have any question?
सर समझ नहीं आ रही सर.
समझ नहीं आई? Okay, I'll explain again. G, anyone else who's got a problem?
Sir, can you please repeat what a cleft is?
Okay, I repeat. I repeat all these things, no issue. We have talked about cleft sentences. Cleft sentences are those sentences which help us to focus something, to focus on something, to emphasize, to have or create emphasized element in the sentence. It usually starts with it is or it was. Cleft sentence starts with it is or it was. For example, I say, it is Ali who did it. It is Ali who did it. So here it is Ali who did it is a cleft sentence because I am emphasizing Ali. It is Ali, not anyone else, not Ahmed, not Bilal, but it is Ali who did it. Or it was Ali who did it in the past. Okay. So any construction which is starting with it is and then noun is coming, because Ali is a noun, then that is coming because that is a conjunction which help us to join two sentences. So this is called a cleft sentence. And usually cleft sentences are made with the help of phrases, constituents. So it was the policeman, okay, who met several young students last night. It was the several young students whom the policeman met last night. It was the last night that policeman met several students. So this is the noun phrase. It was the policeman, it was the several students, it was last night. Okay, so these constructions are called cleft sentences. Then he says, in order to understand the constituency, the constituent element, there is a test. That test is called WH question test. For example, he put the old books in the box. So in the box is one constituent, old books another constituent, because we can say it was old books, yeah, or we can say what did he put in the box? Old books. Where did he put the old books? In the box. What did he put in the box? Old books. So these tests help us to understand that there is a constituency, and these constituents are usually noun phrases, verb phrases, adjective phrases, and prepositional phrases. I hope I have answered the question. Is it clear now, or you still have an issue, problem? G.
Yes, sir, clear.
Naila says it's clear. Anyone else?
Yes, sir, it's clear now.
It's clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any other person who's got a query, question, something? We are talking about phrases. In phrases, we are supposed to talk about noun phrases, verb phrases, adjective phrases, and prepositional phrases. So the test is created to make us understand that what is a phrase or what is not a phrase. Is this clear? Okay. So WH question words, they help us to find out the constituent element, constituency, or noun phrases, or verb phrases, or adjective phrases, or prepositional phrases.
सर
G, what is the question now?
सर ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी और ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट जरा एक्सप्लेन करें किस ये क्या हमें बता रहा है इसका मतलब क्या है
हमने लास्ट टाइम पढ़ा था कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी मीन्स फ्रेज, पार्ट, हिस्सा. आई मेट अली इन द पार्क. तो आई क्या है? ये एक अलग हिस्सा है विच कैन बी सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम मेट अली इन द पार्क. मेट वर्ब फ्रेज है, वो एक अलग हिस्सा है, इट कैन बी सेपरेटेड, सो इट इज ए कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट. अली is object, it is noun, so it is again a noun phrase, so it means that it is a constituent. So constituent means phrase, constituent means part, hissa. Is this clear?
यस सर
Okay ji. So should I move forward then?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Substitution by a pronoun. So next.
सर
जी.
सर अब जो आप पीछे एग्जांपल्स दे रहे थे अब इसको हम किस तरह आप एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे सर
कौन सी वाली एग्जांपल?
सर जिस तरह के द पुलिसमैन मेट सेवरल यंग स्टूडेंट्स इन द पार्क लास्ट नाइट अब
देखिए ना,
इसके अंदर हम
पुलिसमैन नाउन फ्रेज है तो वो एक अलग हिस्सा बन सकता है. सेवरल यंग स्टूडेंट्स वो ऑब्जेक्ट है और नाउन फ्रेज है, वो एक अलग हिस्सा बन सकता है. इन द पार्क प्रेपोजिशन फ्रेज है, वो एक अलग हिस्सा बन सकता है. लास्ट नाइट एडवर्ब ऑफ टाइम है, वो एक अलग हिस्सा बन सकता है. लिहाजा ये अलग अलग हिस्से हम इट के साथ जोड़कर नए जुमले बना सकते हैं कि इट वाज द पुलिसमैन, और इट वाज द सेवरल यंग men, or it was last night, or it was in the park. So we can make cleft sentences with the help of these constituents.
ओके सर, अब समझ आ गया।
ठीक है जी। एनीवन एल्स, शुड आई मूव फॉरवर्ड?
यस सर।
ठीक है, अब वो एक और टेस्ट एक्सप्लेन करेगा। अनदर काइंड ऑफ टेस्ट इज कॉल्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन बाय ए प्रोनाउन। कि सब्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो प्रोनाउन से भी हो सकती है। तो ऑफ कोर्स समथिंग व्हिच इज ए नाउन, नाउन फ्रेज कैन बी you know change with pronouns. okay, so noun phrase जो है वो pronoun के जरिए से change की जा सकती है। तो substitution हो सकता है उसका। English, like most languages, has a system for referring back to individuals or entities mentioned by the use of pronouns. For example, the man who is standing by the door in 59A can be substituted by the pronoun he in 59B. What do you think the man who is standing by the door is doing now? So this is a question. What do you think the man who is standing by the door is doing now? अब the man who is standing को हम replace कर सकते हैं he से। What do you think he is doing now? What do you think he is doing now? तो हमने he से क्या replace किया? The man who is standing by the door. Because it is a noun phrase, so noun phrase can be changed with the help of a pronoun. और pronoun जो होता है वो होता noun phrase का हिस्सा ही है। Is this clear? तो ये substitution हो गया।
यस सर।
pronoun he से noun phrase क्या थी? The man who is standing by the door. There are other pronouns such as there, so, as, and which. They also refer back to other constituents. अब ये भी हमें हेल्प करेंगे नाउन फ्रेजेस को रिमूव करने में, सब्स्टिट्यूट करने में, चेंज करने में। Have you been to Seoul? I have never been there. There किसको बता रहा है? Seoul. John might go home. So might Bill. So किसको रिप्लेस कर रहा है? Go home को। So might Bill meaning Bill might also go home. John might pass the exam and as might Bill. As किसको replace कर रहा है? Pass the exam. If John can speak French fluently, which we all know he can, we will have no problems, which we all know he can. तो which ने किसको replace किया? Speak French fluently. So pronoun can be used to refer back to something that is not a constituent. That is not a constituent. John asked me to put the clothes in the cupboard, and to annoy him, I really stuffed them there. Where? In the cupboard. So there is replacing the in the cupboard. So there is replacing in the cupboard. John asked me to put the clothes in the cupboard, and to annoy him, I stuffed them there. Them, the clothes. Them किसके लिए है? The clothes. और there in the cupboard. अब हम ये नहीं कर सकते। John asked me to put the clothes in the cupboard, but I did so. Put the clothes in the suitcase, but I did so. अब so किसको replace कर रहा है? Put the clothes, no. So जो pronoun होता है, it can be used to replace or substitute nouns. So we will have to see that what are the logically correct, accurate pronouns, okay, which we can use to change the constituents. Noun phrases, verb phrases, or prepositional phrases, or adjective phrases. Is this clear? Do you have any question?
यस सर, क्लियर।
एक्सक्यूज मी सर,
जी,
ये सर माइट और एस जो है सर, हम इसको किस तरह प्रोनाउन की सब्स्टिट्यूशन में एक्सप्लेन करेंगे सर?
माइट नहीं किया, एज ने किया है। एज ने, देखे ना,
एस और सो है।
might pass the exam and as might Bill. As might Bill means कि Bill can also pass the exam. Bill might also pass the exam. तो वो सारा लिखने के बजाय उसने सिर्फ कर दिया as might Bill. इसी तरह से John might go home, so might Bill. यानी वो पूरा लिखने के बजाय कि Bill might go home, उसने कर दिया so might Bill. तो सो ने रिप्लेस किया गो होम को, ठीक है।
ओके सर, थैंक
Both the pronouns there and them refer to a constituent. However, so in 61C, referring to a VP refers only part of a constituent, put the clause making it unacceptable. Coordination, next kind of thing that we are going to talk about is called coordination. So coordination क्या होती है? Do you have any idea? First of all, you should explain that what is meant by coordination.
The part.
Anyone else who would like to say something about coordination?
सर इक्वल रैंक के उसमें आता है, मतलब जो उसको रिप्लेस करेगा वो उसी के मुताबिक होगा ना, उससे ऊपर।
ये रिप्लेस तो हम कुछ नहीं करने जा रहे। कोऑर्डिनेशन होता है ना, कोऑर्डिनेटिंग सेंटेंसेस, यानी जब दो इक्वल इंपॉर्टेंस के सेंटेंसेस आ जाएं तो फिर उसको हम कोऑर्डिनेशन कहते हैं ना। चलें अभी ये लेट्स रीड लेट्स coordination. Another commonly used test is coordination. Words and phrases can be coordinated by conjunctions. How can they be coordinated? Joined together by conjunctions. And each conjunct is typically the same kind of constituent as the other conjuncts. तो conjuncts जो हैं ये भी constituents हैं. The girls played in the water and swam under the bridge. तो and ने दो phrases को join किया, verb phrases को, played in the water, swam under the bridge, and swam under the bridge. The children were neither भी conjunction है, in their rooms nor on the porch. तो in their rooms prepositional phrase है, on the porch prepositional phrase है. तो दो equal length की चीजें आ गई, phrases आ जाएं या sentences आ जाएं या noun phrases आ जाएं, तो उनको जब हम पल्ला चीजों को जोड़ेंगे तो जो वर्ड जोड़ेगा उसको कहते हैं कंजंक्शन. She was poor but quite happy. तो poor भी एडजेक्टिव है, quite happy भी एडजेक्टिव है. Many people drink beer or wine. So beer is also a noun and wine is also a noun. So both nouns are joined here with or, both adjectives are joined here with but, and two prepositional phrases are joined here with neither nor, and two verb phrases are joined here with played in the water, swam under the bridge with and. So coordination helps us to join two sentences, two phrases, two words of equal length, of equal importance. If we try to coordinate unlike constitutions की बात कर रहे हैं, the results are typically ungrammatical. जब unlike constitutions को जोड़ा जाएगा जो equal नहीं है importance में, equal नहीं है अपनी क्या constituency में, the results are typically ungrammatical. कैसे? आप ये गलत sentence देखें, Mary waited for the bus and to go home, गलत हो गया. For the bus और and join कर रहा है to go home, so these two sentences are wrong. Lee went to the store and crazy, अब crazy adjective है, went to the store is prepositional phrase. So how can we join prepositional phrase with an adjective? How can we join for the bus and to go home, which is a infinitive? So coordination is another kind of test which helps us to understand that these two words or a word or some phrases, they are whether constituents or not. So here coordination, poor but quite happy, but is joining the two adjectives. Drink beer or wine, or is joining the two words, two nouns, beer or wine. The girls played in the water and swam, and is joining the two verb phrases, swam under the bridge, played in the water. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any question
sir.
over here? D.
So can you please repeat the last point, like coordination is another test to check whether two phrases
Or two
and,
words or two sentences of equal length or importance can be joined together or not. So for example, Ali went in the market and crazy. So here it is an ungrammatical sentence because crazy is adjective and went in the market. In the market is adverb of place. So how can we join adverb of place with an adjective? So it means that these two constituents are not of equal importance. So the sentence is ungrammatical. Is this clear?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's clear.
Any other question? I am going to repeat what we have done today. We have talked about constituency. Constituency means part, hissa. And constituents are basically noun phrases, verb phrases, adjective phrases, prepositional phrases. What is a phrase? Phrase is a group of words which can give some sense but not complete sense. So we have read about constituent parts and we have read some of the tests like WH question word test, which help us to identify that something is a constituent or not. Where did you put the books? In the box. So in the box is a constituent. What did you put in the box? The books. So the books noun phrase is a constituent. Is this clear? Then we have read about pronouns and we have read that pronouns can help substitute noun phrases like he, she, it, they, their, them, so, as. They can replace noun phrases or verb phrases. Then we have talked about coordination. So coordination are conjuncts which can help to join two nouns or two adjectives or two verb phrases in a sentence. So and, but, so, neither, nor, either, or, all of them are conjuncts and they help to join two sentences, two phrases or two words together. I hope these things are clear now. So in next lecture, we shall talk about kinds of phrases. So thank you very much. Link is shared. So